live now. When you're ready. Okay, I believe we're live. Great stuff. Right, well, welcome back. Back with the Arsenal in my FM20 save as Arsenal with the Invincibles tactic, which I've put together and inverted. Bit of housekeeping first. Good news. I think I've agreed a contract with Emil Smith-Rowe. He hasn't signed it yet. But we've agreed one. It's quite a big deal, to be fair. I don't think you can see it here. Can I? I don't really want to mess around with it. Can I go to change contract offer? So basically, I tried to offer him a contract. Due to playing time, there was a ridiculous fee involved, basically, and he was asking for something like, after 25 games, something like 90 grand a week. I can't remember the exact fees, but it was ridiculous. So we've actually managed to finally agree that so promise-wise, that he is a squad player this season, which is about right. Next season, he becomes a regular starter. And then after that, there's no change. After that, he wanted to, I think, be an important player. Unfortunately, I managed to get him to not, if you like, accept those promises without that. So he's got a massive wage increase now from his existing contract. So his existing contract, I think he's on like 10 grand a week, with minimal appearance fee. There is a 20% yearly wage increase, and after 15 leagues games, he would have gone up to 20. I've now given him in his current offer 58,000, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, I think there's a problem with the game, if I'm honest, that these players are asking for stupid amounts of money. I've given a 1.5 million loyalty bonus. His agent fee's minimal, but I think there's a cap on it because of the age. Because I can't offer any more. So if I tried to offer more, appearance fee of 15,000. So like that's a lot of money. Like he's basically on 75,000 when you've got the appearance fee in there. Goal bonus, international cap bonus, and then on 25 games, so in 25 appearance time, he jumps up to 65. Like I said, after that, he originally wanted it that it goes up to something ridiculous like 85 or 90. But what I did is in the first negotiation, because obviously I've tried a couple of times and failed, I put it straight to 65, and then like locked it in, and it seemed to do a job there. So I don't know if maybe because they released an update on the game or some sort of change. They didn't actually state in there about the player contracts, but I'm wondering if maybe they've rebalanced it. Can't say for certain. But anyway, yes, big one today. We're playing Spurs. We're third in the league. And so after 11 games, we're pretty much on course for most of our targets and stuff, which is good. I haven't been able to sign that right back. To be honest, I haven't tried since the end of the last video. We're on course with all of our kind of targets. And as I said, we're playing Spurs today, who are in good form. I haven't done my team briefing. However, I was advised by the pre-match tactical advice to go defensive, which is a bit of a bad sign. It's not something I'm going to do. We are away. But what I'm going to do, if I had just handled the briefing now, is I'm just going to say that we're going to go for a balanced outlook. I don't want to go defensive because that's quite worrying, but we'll go balanced. Player seems to like that. And we're going to stick with the custom formation because it's a bit more defensive. A bit of that, thank you. I had a couple of questions where I think the media are trying to stir up trouble, which I'm not going for. Pochettino apparently talking about Hector Bellerin being the most influential player, and trying to mark Hector Bellerin out. For a start, that's really, really good AI. I quite like that because I do think that he is probably our most creative so far this season. He's probably got the most assists. Um, so I'm not going to change anything about the way we play. The other, Maurizio seems overawed at the sense of the occasion, blah, blah, blah. Again, they're just trying to stir up trouble and get a response from my team, so I'm not going to fall for it. Available players, no first team players available. Is this under 18s? These three can be available. So I'll show you in a second, but Levi Lang is a player that I saw. His potential is there because we haven't been able to sign that under 18. I thought maybe we could repurpose this guy as a right back. The main reason being he is quick, he's fairly strong, his stamina could do with a bit of work, but it's there, and his tackling stats really good. And because he's only 17, I thought, why don't we give him a go? Like, at the end of the day, this is a bit of a trial. It's a bit of a project youth. So I've actually brought him up into the first team squad. I thought I said that these two could go as well. So it just helps us if we've got a bit of a gap that we can just bring one of these players in and just give them a little bit of game time here and there. It's better than letting them rot in the under 18s or whatever. Because I'm very conscious that we've got quite a few down there. 18-year-old forward contracted to Bayern Munich. Well, there's a... It's only really the 18-year-olds that we're after. 17, 18-year-olds. So, and all these will go into my my scouting reports anyway. So it's only the ones that I'm... So there you go. This lad. As a central midfielder, looks more of an attacking type of player. So could we perhaps train him as a box-to-box? Yeah, we could do. Thing is, we've got so many players that can play that role. Could he be an AMC? Didn't really look at that, so... He could, but to be honest, he's not that much better than that Syrian player that I... So what's he? Yeah, so Syrian, the Romanian 16. This guy is actually 17, so he's actually 1 year older. Vision is only one stat better. Passing is only one stat better, and technique is only one stat better. Maybe better at tackling, but that's not really a stat that I really care too much about in an advanced playmaker. Physically, maybe a bit more strength and a bit more stamina. He's not particularly quicker. Mental wise, yeah, I think they're very different kind of players actually. But if you were to bring out that defending stat there, which doesn't matter as much if you're playing in an advanced playmaker role anyway, and aerially maybe matters a bit more. But if you look at the attacking threat, the technical threat, even to an extent the physical presence, speed, and the mental aspect, they're very similar. It's certainly not worth pursuing when we've got better already. So we'll add to shortlist and acknowledge him, but doubt we're going to pursue that. Fitness test, so Mustafi, Emil Smith-Rowe, but none of them are going to be playing in this anyway. So we're going to go for what I believe to be our full-strength squad, or our strongest squad. Reece Nelson, okay, somehow 4-star current ability, and could potentially make it to a 5th star. Ooh, fancy. And that is because he's up against, like, Aubameyang is our strongest player, which is why, like, I looked at Gabriel Martinelli's stat. Where's Gabriel Martinelli? and I wrote to um, Sports Interactive on their message board and just said, look, I think Gabriel Martinelli is actually a little bit undervalued. And their answer was, well, actually, he remember that the star system is comparison to the rest of the team. And I actually think he was... Well, anyway, it looks like now he has got a good potential ability. And actually, it's got better as the game's gone on. And that might be because he's got closer to the top range, or maybe his potential has moved slightly. So that's a good thing to see. So, yeah, it looks like the game's sort of opening out a little bit, which is good, which is what it should do, really, because these players are developing. So we look at the team lineups. A little bit concerned that we were advised to go defensive for this. So we're going for Bernd Leno, Hector Bellerin on the right, Socrates and Holding, Kieran Tierney, captain Lucas Torreira, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who had a storming game last time out. So I thought I'd reward him and give him another start. Reece Nelson on the right, Mesut Ozil with Hector Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, whereas Tottenham are going Dele Alli up front. Is that what they do? I didn't think he went up front, did he? They've gone for two up front, one behind. So they have gone for a diamond in midfield. Christian Eriksen seemingly quite deep. He's quite good, isn't he? This is that lad they got on loan. What nationality is that? Argentinian. Vertonghen, Sanchez, Kyle Walker-Peters. So that'll be an interesting battle, won't it? Hector Bellerin against Kyle Walker-Peters. What am I talking about? Hector Bellerin will be up against Ben Davies. So Saka against Kyle Walker-Peters. And that might be an area that we can target. But I haven't done any opposition instructions. So I'm going to passionately, with all derbies, I always go for passionate. This is the one we want to win. So Mid, you've given you a lot of credit. Go out there and put on a pervy display. A lot of them are motivated. Don't know why Lucas Torreira, Kieran Tierney and Socrates are all a little bit tired. They've had like 6 days to prepare. Don't mind a tunnel interview for this one. Mark, it's Derby Day. How much are you looking forward to take on your local rivals? I personally always look forward to this one. As a fan, I do. Like, it is the first game that I look for on the fixture list. I actually thought as well this year it was a bit early. Personally look forward to this one. It's been a buzz around the training ground all week, and now we'll go out there and try. I don't like the idea of try. Always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. Hopefully, I don't like the way all of this seems quite like negative. It's like, hopefully we can harass. I personally look forward to this one, and now we can get out there and try to put on a show. That's just a neutral one. I don't know how my players handle this one. At local derby, certain mentality, and if we're not careful. All of it seems a little bit negative. I'm just going to go for this one. Arsenal with the first foul, Spurs with the first shot by the looks of things. Straight away, 7 minutes in, straight away into a highlight. Mesut picks it up, Kieran Tierney. Oh, I see, straight away going up against Kyle Walker-Peters was Bukayo Saka. We lost out. Harding nips it out. I think Christian Eriksen's quite deep in this. I didn't realise Spurs lined up like that, but I try not to watch too much of Spurs, but they're putting together a few good combinations, aren't they, already? I don't understand it, though, why they would be like outplaying us so well. It's shots 3, 4. Let's demand more from my players. Socrates to Oba. Socrates switches it. Tierney to Saka. That's it. Burn him then. Saka's supposed to have a stat that says, or a preferred move, which is runs with the ball often. Take him on. Good. Take him on. Kieran Tierney. Ainsley Maitland. Banger-janger! 1-0, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Good start. What I don't understand, though, is why Saka's not taking on Kyle Walker-Peters. Is he that scared of him? It's a bit laggy. Anyway, we'll take that. Early days, though. Straight away into another highlight. Torreira switches it again to Nelson. It's another good ball. Reece Nelson, what is that? Let's win the ball back. Socrates heads it out. Bellerin chase it down. Nice Bellerin. Let's get the ball away. Play it early. There was a ball up the line there. There was also a diagonal ball on for Saka. Finish. Okay. So we've come back into the game quite well now. It's a bit more even. The first sort of 10 minutes was dreadful. Saka again with the corner. Torreira, square it. Holding out to Saka. He takes on his man now, Reece Nelson. Saka, you're on the wrong side of the bloody pitch, mate. Nelson, Mesut. Starting to dominate now. There's no point in making any changes just yet. Another poor corner. Reece Nelson spanks it over. 25 minutes gone, still 1-0 to the away team. Interesting that Mesut is nervous. I don't think I've ever seen that against his name. Usually it's like he's like cocky or disinterested or complacent is the word. Reece Nelson, again on the wrong side. Has he swapped with Saka or something? Let's chase it down. Kyle Walker-Peters. Is he that good, Kyle Walker-Peters? Because he's having a blinder. We're scared of him. To be honest, 2 goals and 2 spankers from the edge of the area. Players looking knackered. Thanks for the highlight. I mean, I'm happy, but Bellerin just scored. What are they going to do? VAR it? And right, Maitland-Niles, Ozil, ball out, Hector Bellerin. Oh, I'll take it. Well done, Hector. That's a bit of a glitch, in my opinion. You can't just say goal out of nowhere when you're looking at key highlights. Team talk. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. Let's give them a bit of faith. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. Let's go again. So, what are we on? So we are going left to right now, aren't we? Holding to Tierney. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. See, first off, that is a massive shank. Second of all, where was Oba in all that? If you want your man running through the middle, surely it's Aubameyang. And the other thing on that as well is that way too many one-on-ones get missed in this game. I'll let that off because it was Ainsley Maitland-Niles. But right, Bellerin, stop. Oof, it's a good ball. Saka. Honestly, I'm going to look at this Kyle Walker-Peters stats. He's running rings round Saka. Tierney could be in trouble. Oh, come on. Hopefully. Saka hasn't had a good game. He's been massively outplayed by Kyle Walker-Peters. We're going to bring Kolasinac out there. We'll have to bring on Martinelli. Or do I bring on Pepe? We are bringing on Pepe. We're going to bring off Mesut. And we're going to play as an inside forward in attack mode versus Pepe. That's what we're going to do. Straight away, Spurs have a corner. Straight away. What we on balanced? Try and get hold of the ball. Right, let's have a look at this Kyle Walker-Peters. He doesn't look that great. Have we already scouted him as part of a... Why is he having such a blinder? I don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't. Not at the moment, anyway. It's going to end a draw, isn't it? We don't need another goal. I'm going to swap Pepe and Nelson over. More because... How are we doing for physical conditions? So Torreira's knackered. Let's just try that for a bit. Out. Get it out, Bellerin. If they would have scored another banger from the middle of nowhere. Right, okay. I think it's time to get a bit more defensive and see the game out. So, okay. I hope you're going to be a little bit... See, actually, I haven't really done a tactic for... I haven't really gone with the tactic, have I, for like when we're defensive. So I'll have to go for a preset. Oh, what? What's that? To be fair, no, that's my current tactics. All right, we'll have to keep it on that because Let's go for fluid counter-attack. Choose a formation. Right, we'll go for 4-1-4-1. Confirm that. Right. But we're going to go for Pepe as the man who's the out ball. You're going to stay back as a wide playmaker on support. Pepe's going to stay out there. As an inside forward. So, short passing, run at defence, which will be right up Pepe's street. Slightly higher tempo, narrow. That's narrow attack. Counter press and obviously counter attack. Distribute quickly. And then defending narrower, of course. A lower defensive line, so we don't need a sweeper keeper. Lower line of engagement, which is fine because we've got Oba, who's lightning quick. More urgent pressing. And obviously get stuck in. I bet you we give away a penalty now. Let's go with it. See what happens. We've got 5 more minutes. We've gone with a cautious outlook. I need to sort out winners. Beating Spurs, eh? That was nervous. I'm surprised I didn't get given a penalty. Well done, lads. A good win. The moment that tackle went in with Kieran Tierney, I could tell. Report. Here we go. So what minute was the red card? It was fairly early, wasn't it? It was... but the one guy was Hector Bellerin, who got man of the match then. Do you reckon it was Carl Walker-Peters? Because he did have a good game. Christian Eriksen, if you like. I want to see, how do I view this red card? Can I review the red card? Maybe I can see it after the match. But anyway, good win that. Arsenal triumph, especially away from home. Tierney, right, can I view incident? Yeah. Achievement unlocked, armchair expert. I'm guessing that's from replaying what happened. Was it that dangerous? Apparently. You may choose to find Kieran Tierney. There's a chance. Well, hold on. I thought this is why we do the code of conduct. Achievement unlocked, I'm the boss, because I find my player. Kieran Tierney. Between you and me, Kieran, I don't think it was that bad. And I admire your duty to the cause. Very brave. I like the one which is like enjoys big matches. Bukayo Saka. Appreciate your words. Thanks. See you later then. He's coming along nicely. Everything's going in the right direction. I'm just expecting, what we're on the 22nd of November. I'm just expecting a little bump in the road. Things are going a little bit too well. I had a little look around our transfer clauses, hoping that I could sell on a clause and raise a little bit of cash. But you're talking what, 137. If I sold all of them, you're talking 500k. Callum Chambers one. So you're talking about 500k there. Iwobi. 380k. So that's only 1 million. 134. That probably goes in there. It's still only about 1 million, really. The long and the short of it is basically, even with like Theo's, that you could sell this, you're looking at 2 million at best. At best, it's not really worth selling the clauses, to be honest. It's a shame we can't cash in one of the Iwobi 7 million. Has made some improvement, slightly improved in positioning. Progressing running training, squad's general characters had a positive effect. So what's that? Probably his concentration, maybe his leadership. Potential, good. So yeah, Rob Holding. I think the game time's helping him, isn't it? So yes, I left Leno out. And so we're going to put Hein in. I think we've qualified already. I don't think, though. I did bring that. Yeah, see, I can't play Mavropanos. I can't play Syrian. And that right back, Levi Lang. Oh, apparently I can play him. Shall I give him a little game at right back? Oh, that's handy. Socrates and Holding. So we'll let Mustafi play David Luiz. Kieran Tierney at left back. No, let's play our... Oh, Joe Lopez is injured. All right. Okay, so we will give that to Kolasinac. Although that said, with Kieran Tierney suspended, we should probably keep Tierney in there because he's suspended in the next match, isn't he? We'll put Tierney in at left back purely because we're going to need Kolasinac for the game after. Dun, dun, dun. Reece Nelson has been doing so well, but I need to rotate. And Nicolas Pepe cannot be happy with so many games off the bench. So I'm going to give you a rest, chum. And the same with Saka. He's been doing really well. But I think let's reward Emile Smith-Rowe for agreeing our deal. I'm going to put Callum Chambers as the defensive midfielder so that he gets... Oh, no, I'm not. It'll be Granit Xhaka then. So hopefully that should keep Granit Xhaka happy for a little bit. He hasn't kicked off yet, which I'm surprised about. Ceballos in for Mesut Ozil. Ainsley Maitland-Niles out. Do I do Willock or do I do Guendouzi? We do Willock, I think. And then Oba, let's give you a rest. I'm actually going to start Martinelli again. While I can. So actually, players that I can see kicking off soon, because obviously things are going so well, something bad's going to happen. It's probably going to be a player kick-off. So it's likely to be Lacazette, Granit Xhaka, Lacazette or Granit Xhaka, I would say, are the most likely to kick off. I think. And let me just check the selection info. Make sure that there's no one that I've like missed that really needs a game. Emi Martinez. But I'm looking at Hein. Kolasinac. But as I said, he's going to get a game in the league now. Saka I'm not too worried about because he's going to play quite a lot in the league. Guendouzi, maybe. Lacazette's played a fair bit, to be fair. Who wants Lacazette? Real Madrid. Right, let's nip that in the bud right now. $80 million. I'll still respond to it myself, but and then Mustafi is wanted. Now that's interesting. Who wants him? I'm not going to warn anyone off Mustafi. Put him in the shop window, play him in the next game. I think I am anyway. Good. Good. I think we've already qualified. I think we've played 4-1-4. Man City beating everyone in their path, aren't they? Liverpool are too. Yeah, we've got Liverpool after the Moscow game, so that's interesting. Home game as well. I can see that being a tough one. Yeah, they beat us, didn't they, in the first time we played them? Did they beat us? Yeah, they did. Right, we need to avenge that, regardless of what we think. Because I think, saying that, I think we haven't quite confirmed qualification yet. Because if we lost that first game, still got Torino to play possibly. So this is the 5th game. So let's say we won the other 3. Let's have a look. Yeah, so played 4. So we're top of the group, 5-5. So let's just say we lose our 2 games. Then yeah, we could still go out. If Torino and Spartak Moscow both get 6 points, they'll both be on 11 and we'll be on 9. Let's not worry about that too much, I don't think. I'll let us do that. If it comes to it, I'll have us play our full team in the Torino game if it comes to it. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona drew 1-1 apparently. Janmat gets the job done. This week, next week. Okay. Chance conversion. Let's just put a bit of that in. Just but only this once. I just feel like sometimes we miss a lot of chances. Maybe put in a cheeky little shooting practice. Arsenal chance. European Golden Boy Award. Ooh. Other players thought to be in contention are Moise Kean, Kylian Mbappe, João Felix. Smith Rowe signs new deal. Fantastic. He's on 58k. Right, he should be happy with that. You watch next season, he'll be back asking for another one. But yeah, good. Reports. Good. Emil Smith Rowe happy to step. Well, you'd hope so. He's just signed a new contract. Right. Okay. United Kingdom leaving. Right. More details have been announced. From next season, from the players will need to apply for work permits to play in the UK. European unions already in these nations will be given special status to be allowed to be treated as non-foreign and will not require any work permit. As part of a breakaway, players from Ireland will continue to be treated as non-foreign to the nations. So I think this is the one that I usually get. New work permit rules have been agreed to England. About to leave. So Brexit is happening apparently. Conditions for these rules are as follows. Transfer for player without current work permit. Percentage. Okay. Transfer for player with current permit. Appeal bid. Contract renewal. Alright, well yeah. I think this is the one I usually get, to be honest anyway, so not too fussed by that. Xerxes. I think this is where Project Youth would be really useful. And we're quite lucky actually with our players anyway. Just whether or not people buy them, take them off our hands. So he's been picked so he can come out. He's been picked so he can come out. He can stay in, he can stay in. Right, 10 suggestions. So bearing in mind that we got Liverpool midweek, so we'll let Martinez play. He's only going to be on the bench anyway, so we'll just give him 45 minutes to keep him up to match fitness. Or is he playing? Have I got him in? No, I put the nipper in, didn't I? I put Carl Hein in. Right, Mustafi's starting, so he's not available. Socrates, Bellerin, AMN, Mesut Ozil, Torreira, he can play. No, him. Deselect him. Usually you can't wait to deselect things. Right, we'll go with that. Let's go with that. Has benefited from individual mentoring units. Characters had a positive effect. So what's happened? Doesn't look like it. He hasn't had anything in the mental. Has performed especially well in training and showing improvement in his game. Good, look at that. So his personality is still balanced, so it hasn't done that. It looks like he's gone up a star rating. Pace and stamina, his dribbling, long throws, marking and technique. Good. So that's interesting, isn't it? He's done well, but it says that the mentoring unit has had a good general effect, but I can't see what area that he's improved in terms of like the mental aspect, which is what the mentoring unit tends to do. And what's his description? Just winger. We'll make a wonder kid of you yet. But it looks like his potential ability has actually gone up a little bit, which is good. Personality changes. He's still got a balanced one. Both of it says personality balanced, and Martinelli personality balanced. So So Martinelli and Holding, it said personality changes. So we'll see in a couple of days if that changes. Because it might be that maybe it hasn't updated just yet. Still balanced personality. Still. Again, defensive. Why are we playing defensive? Coaching team vacancy. Steve Bold. Why is he not on my coaching staff anyway? Oh, he is. Oh, I beg your pardon. So what's all that about? Or is it saying bring him up to the... Right, so Arsenal take on Spartak Moscow. Bellerin's praises. Yeah, Schürrle. That's the old Chelsea boy, isn't it? I think he scored the winner when we played them at home. Pre-match tactical briefing. So I think we should start with balance because this lad here is a debutant. Pepe's not going to give him much protection either. Have I got on the bench Ainsley Maitland-Niles? It would make sense to give Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the bench. And rest Nelson. Okay. Probably going to regret playing so many youngsters. I might have to look at loaning some players out in the January transfer window. I'm half tempted to think about selling Mustafi to fund a deal for that super wonder kid right back. But they'll probably want double the money when that happens. So who knows? That's interesting as well. Playing time happiness concerned David Luiz and Granit Xhaka. So yeah, David Luiz is another one that could kick off. So it's good to be able to give them a little bit of game time. Jordan McAnuff. Trey Coyle's another one who's not bad. It's good. Yeah, that's great. And he'll want twice the amount of money. 110k already. He is a baller though, Hector Bellerin. Love Hector. Let's see how this goes. There should be something about we owe them one. That's the one. So yeah, just to go over them. Hine in goal, Lang on the right, David Luiz and Mustafi in the middle. Kieran Tierney on the left because he's suspended for the league. Emile Smith-Rowe rewarding him for his contract, signing his new contract. Xhaka and Willock in the middle. Pepe on the right. Ceballos. And I'm actually starting Martinelli up front. What's best weather for football out there today? It's not the best weather. What do you think the conditions will affect our performance situation? How much? Yeah, let's pile it on. Chosen to leave. Okay. So we kick off away in Spartak Moscow. Looks like we've got off to a good start. So that just said Montalivo shoots, but they haven't had any shots according to this. Superb move by Arsenal, apparently that's good. Yeah. So not the most eventful of games, is it, so far? In fact, you could say that nothing has happened. Oh, wow. Snap. I didn't realise it was that bad. It was icy. We are in Moscow, to be fair. Oh. Right. Let's get out there, Tierney. David Luiz brings it out. Right. Martinelli, what is that? Who's chasing that down, Pepe? Pepe win that. Go on, Pepe. Good pressure. Tierney wins it. Right, Ceballos, get that on the floor. Let's move the ball around. Xhaka. Smith Rowe. Xhaka. Great ball out to Pepe. Bellerin's out there if you need him. Doesn't need it. Goes across to Emil Smith Rowe. Ceballos 1-0. Have that. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see the highlight in 3D if it's such a snowy and icy pitch. Look at that. Jesus. Surprised the game hasn't been called off. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it's probably why it hasn't been an eventful game. Team talk. Things are going well, but I think you're capable of even better. Defence, happy with your solid... I was impressed with your solid defending. Keep it up. Midfield, it's a lot more to come from you. Gabriel Martinelli... No, he didn't get the goal, did he? It was Ceballos. Right. I'm not going to go for like positive or anything like that in terms of like the playing state. Unless obviously we concede, and then I'll probably chase a winner. Winners. Well done, Lang. Pepe, ball forward to Ceballos. So many one-on-ones missed. David Luiz with the free kick. Straight over. Yeah, we miss a lot of one-on-ones, but I think apparently it's a problem with the game. Let's have a look. Let's chase this down. Well done, Martinelli. Good running. Pepe, out you go. Good running. Tierney, out you go. Well done, Willett. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, let's go for it then. Lang's on a booking as well, so we'll call that an end to his night. Well done, though. David Luiz, Mustafi and Tierney okay there. Lacazette can come on for Emil Smith Rowe, and he can swap Martinelli. And we're actually going to play Martinelli in here. And we're going to push Pepe forward as well. He is going to be an inverted winger. In support mode, he is going to be... What the hell's going on there? Beg your pardon. And then he's going to be an inside forward in attack mode. Ceballos, we're going to push in the middle. Lacazette, complete forward. Is there anyone else that we can swap? Guendouzi for Willock. Tierney's knackered, but he can be because he gets a rest in the next game. It's all them, isn't it, in this last? Considering like the... Right, Xhaka, get that out. Right, Lacazette, who's helping him? Great ball out wide. That's got to be Pepe. I can't really read it. Right, Pepe, square. The hell was that? It was a shot. Arsenal throw. Guendouzi. Oh. Great tackle that, Mustafi. Well done. Nearly caught us on the break. Living on the edge, aren't we? Demand more for the last few minutes. Jesus. Is that going to get VAR'd? Or is that... I mean, I don't... It seems like the power of the shot took the ball over the line. Right. Did he drop it in his net? Well, they all count, but geez. Well, when your luck's in, your luck's in. 93, 94. Game's over. And we got very lucky, didn't we? Okay. I'll take it. Arsenal win against Spartak Moscow. Arsenal qualify for the knockout round. Lang makes professional debut. Good. Arsenal receive 511k. I'll put it towards that right back kitty, should I? Okay. Very good. So just a small matter of Liverpool. What's wrong with fitness test not required? Isn't fully ready to play. Do you know what? Didn't even notice. Pepe should be on the bench though. We'll go with Lacazette up front, seeing as he scored the winner. Okay. So what's Nanny Jane without alright. So AMN will drop off and we will put Pepe on the bench because he's got that bit of quality. And then we will put AMN in there just because he can play a number of positions, so he's like the perfect utility man. Celtic won their game. Be quite nice to get them in the next round. First of December, Liverpool game. These aren't the real fixtures, though, obviously. Yeah, coming up to Christmas in game. So he could do with a rest. He's injured. I think we get a rest after the Liverpool game, don't we? He's also tired, so the game's tomorrow. David Luiz. I bet that did Emil Smith Rowe as well, didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't. Fair enough. He can definitely play. He can. Cannot be registered for next match. Why is that then? Granit Xhaka. He's suspended. Oh no, I've already said I won't play. Let's check that there's no one in there. That's fine. Surprising though, it can't be put for the next game. Tierney handed a further too much ban. Don't appeal. It was like a straight red, wasn't it? Come on then, Everton. Hopefully they'll beat Spurs. Still think City and Liverpool. Of course, we're playing Liverpool. Go balanced as well. I don't think we should go. I think it's at 1-1 in the Tottenham game. Oh, it is at home. So what I'll probably do is I'll play the Liverpool game and then I'll probably give it a bit of a rest. Call it a day. I'm tempted by the Watford game as well. But I think probably it would be a good time because it's probably been 2 hours maybe. I think about 2 hours. Oh, it's only been an hour. Okay. So yeah, David Luiz and Xhaka are concerned by their playing time. Maybe I'll have to sell them in January. It'd be interesting to see. Because to be fair, I can't. I'm kind of. Syrian shines. I think he's going to be a good player, in this. There you go, his vision. I think he's going to be a good player. I think he's worth persevering with personally and giving a few games. Maybe the FA Cup third round would be a good opportunity to play him as well. Keep him playing in the under 23s. Well, that'll be what? World Club Champion? That'll be what? Man United? Chelsea? And the Spanish Cup in Spain. Okay. So basically that was a European one. So assignments. So who have I got in Spain at the moment? There you go. Add competition in Spain. The Spanish Cup. Isn't it the Copa del Rey? And then we've got the European. Competition in Europe. It's not even listed down there. Or is it? Okay. I never did find that English one, did I? Oh. It looked like a lower league tournament anyway, so maybe it was a... Well, how long's he contracted until? $40,000. He'll be the next one asking for a new contract. Arsenal mentoring month in review. Gabriel picked up some mixed personality traits from his mentoring, some positive influence as well as some more negative ones. Right, so let's have a look. His personality is still balanced. Everything's going in the right direction, and he can still cut inside from the left. So I don't know what you're talking about. Syrian has managed to develop a new trait, likes to switch ball to the other flank. Everyone seems to like doing that. Every time I watch the game, we switch it to the other flank. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, well done. Young Player of the Month award. I'm going to congratulate you because you are playing very well. Nelson dedicates award to Bennett. Thank you. That'll be me. English Goal of the Month. Oh, that would be the banger against Spurs. It wasn't quite the winner, but it's worth seeing again. Bellerin got the winner, didn't he? Worth seeing again. Ozil, Saka, Tierney, and then Maitland-Niles, Banger-Janger, first time. Shades of Matthew Flamini, wasn't it? He scored a similar goal. It didn't come off his shin, so well done him. Man City Boss Scoops November award. We're doing all right. Scoops Player of the Month award. Assignment completed. Yeah, because I've updated it. No real player, that one there. So hold on. Leeds young player James Eddie and Nketiah got in there as well. 3 goals. Although his stats are declining. Not a lot I can do about that. He's getting game time, so I think probably overall. Have we... Okay, so overall balance, income, expenditure, main player, players' wages. I suppose we had a couple of. Okay. Nice. Good, let's go again. Arsenal v Liverpool. And as I said, I'll make this the last game because what we on? Yeah, I'll make this the last game. So strongest lineup we can possibly name. Leno in goal. Bellerin at right back. Socrates in holding. Kolasinac in because Tierney is suspended. Reece Nelson out on the right. Guendouzi and Torreira in the middle. Bukayo Saka on the left. Mesut Ozil and Lacazette up front. And I'm gonna bring Oberon. I'm gonna stick with Lacazette for this game, I think. Pepe on the right. Pepe can come on. We've got Willock and Martinelli, Maitland-Niles, Mustafi, and Macy on the bench. This is going to be a tough one. And after, it's been a really good session, this. We've been on a good run, so go out and impress me. I have faith in all of you. Let's do it. Oh, a tunnel interview. Kike Sanchez Flores as Bolston on the. Well, it's none of my business what he does with Daryl Yanmat. It's none of my business. How are you approaching the task, bro? Breaching. If you don't believe you can do it, you never will. You're approaching the task. So they scored the most and conceded the least. Seriously, this is a tunnel interview. Liverpool's good. Second, how much of a threat do they pose? I think they're a good team, but so are everyone we face in this competition. Good. Can we play the match now? Thank you. Jesus. The interviews, hey? Good. Ozil did not win it. Mane manages to get it away. But it's edge of the box. Oh, okay. It's quite cool. Right. Let's go then. Arsenal demand more. Come on. What? Yeah. Well, in Torreira, great win that. Now Ozil, look up. Good. Saka, take him on. Well done. Ball in the middle. It's headed over. Great win in the middle there from Torreira, though. Pleased with that. It's good. Especially because we're being outplayed, but we're... That's it. Just Virgil van Dijk just running straight through us. They can have the ball out there. Not worried about that. Trent Alexander-Arnold's already knackered. Okay. So I actually think we're doing well, but I'm going to try and motivate them by saying I'm far from pleased. There you go. Fire them up. In you go. Right. Do we go for a bit more of a positive outlook? Or am I being too brave in this? So Robertson's injured and had to be replaced by James Milner. Trent Alexander-Arnold will be the next one to come off. Winners. And 54 minutes gone. 6. Right, okay. We are going to create a new tactic, and it's going to be a fluid counter-attack, like that. And we're going to take off Mesut Ozil, who's been quiet, and we're going to bring on Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Torreira's going to be at the base and probably end up getting sent off. But I'm actually going to play him as a ball-winning midfielder, not defensive midfielder. Guendouzi is still going to be a box-to-box. I feel like I need to do something in the middle there. Willock's going to come on for Guendouzi, just to protect players being sent off. And we'll put Ober up top. See if we can get a fluid counter-attack and a breakaway goal. There you go. 15 minutes. See what we can do. Winners. Nelson, you've got to win that. Well done. Willock, can you go? No. Lost out to Henderson. Winners. Holding. Maitland-Niles. Let's get it on the floor. Saka. Go. Kolasinac. No. He's getting crowded out now. Torreira. Oba. Out wide. This is fluid, to be fair. Does what it says on the tin. Willock. Look up. Release. Torreira. Out wide. Nice. Bellerin. Get the ball in. Nelson spanks it over. Okay. Okay. If that's what you like, then that's what you like, isn't it? This is a... Oh, Bellerin's missed it. He's hit it. Oh, my giddy aunt. He's hit it from range, all right. Nearly went him. Team talk. I am actually happy with that. That's a really good draw. And Arsenal hold on to draw. Aubameyang. Okay. Arsenal enjoying life with Bennett. Things are looking rosy for the energetic manager. Thank you very much with Bennett and Mastermind. Arsenal are disappointed so far. Have disappointed so far. It's about mid-say season run, and the club will be to What? It might still be early days in my Bennett's Arsenal career, but things are looking rosy for the energetic manager. With Bennett having mastermind, he's going to cite to 14 victories over the past 20 games. It won't take long before the fans and pundits alike begin to jump on the Arsenal bandwagon. Arsenal have disappointed so far, despite a mid-season run, and the club will be all too aware. What? Doesn't make any sense. You're saying you're liking us, and it's great there, and then it's saying, but we've been rubbish and underwhelming. I'm going to start Aubameyang in the next game and help him change or get past his goal drought. I'm going to give David Luiz a game just to help him with his game time. I'm going to put him alongside Rob Holding, who's been great. Bellerin's going to continue to play. Kolasinac will have to play because Tierney won't. Reece Nelson again. Pepe, I feel like probably needs a bit of game time. And then Torreira. Yeah, Chambers is injured, so we'll stick with Torreira. Guendouzi hasn't played for a little bit, so we'll keep him in there. Saka, maybe just rest him because he's looking a bit knackered after that game. We've only got 3 days and he's on 70%. Mesut will start, and Martinelli now hasn't started in a while, has he? Apart from in the game in Europe. So it's probably will go in with that team. Nice problem to have though. Okay, I think we can leave it there. I think the next game we've got coming up is a good place to start the next stream. But that was a really good run, a really good run. So Watford in the next game, who were rock bottom. Oh, that was probably why I was asked about Daryl Janmat. So yeah, catch me on the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed that, especially the North London derby, which was, in my opinion, quite thrilling. Join me on the next one when we will play Watford, and we'll have the whole of the Christmas section, hopefully. So we will have Watford, Norwich, Torino, tasty little United game in there. Quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, Chelsea and Sheffield United. So that might be over a couple of streams, actually, those ones. But nevertheless, it's looking good. First season is looking good so far. But it only takes a couple of bad results and a couple of annoyed players who I'm expecting a little bit of resistance from in terms of playing time, mainly from David Luiz and Xhaka. So yeah, catch you on the next one. Thanks very much.